May I ask how long you've been in each other's lives?
Oh, it's about 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
I'd say
Yeah.
we've had our moments.
Yes, but then we figured it out.
You seem like a wonderful couple.
No.
There's a cut. Back to one.
It's weird to do a project they've been with over a decade.
We never thought of it as a trilogy. We hoped to just survive the first one and have that one work.
It's been fun. I still feel excited coming to work with Bob.
Hey, man. Hey.
I feel comfortable calling him Bob finally after 10 years.
Oh, it's great to be back.
I'm glad we had the same team together again.
It's like coming back to a family reunion.
You want to see the characters in the next iteration.
They have found a way to make it entirely fresh, but still give you everything you'd want.
Whoa, you've got to give a little love.
Welcome, in-laws.
Give a little love. Go on, just do it. You can't refuse it. Give a little love.
Just relax. He's gonna love you, I promise.
Hi, Daddy!
With Meet the Parents, I think that people could kind of understand that tension of meeting your in-laws.
Jack Burns?
Yeah, it's great to finally meet you. The first one, obviously, it's really tense. That's a lovely vase.
It's an urn which holds the remains of Jack's mother.
Love you, Mom.
The second one, they did something very smart, which is they totally set it on its ear.
It's sort of spurred by Greg having to introduce his parents into the mix.
Morning, partner.
One of the beauties of these films is that each one, there's a point that really hits home for people.
Isn't it nice to finally display your accomplishments, son?
I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons.
Oh, Jack, they got them all the way up to 10th place.
And then this one, Greg and Pam have 2 kids, twins.
We knew the next life crisis that Greg Fockers should face is, how do I be a good parent?
Pull my finger.
And even more important, how do I be the kind of parent that Jack Burns is going to approve of?
I'm so excited to see those little Fockers. The little Fockers. Those sweet dear things.
It's been a joy working with those kids.
Oh, no. Wait, and I get to vomit? Sweet.
Colin is this incredible ball of energy.
In between takes, Colin will go, "Can I go play now? Can I go play now?" And we always say, "No. No, you have to act now." I'm sure that's going to be great for him about 20 years down the line.
My name is Daisy Tahan, and I play Samantha in the movie.
Daisy is a consummate professional.
I always wanted to meet Ben Stiller, and now I finally got to.
I always love working with kids because they do throw a kind of wild card into the scenes.
They're unpredictable, but that's the great thing about them.
These are 2 really good actors who genuinely enjoy being kids.
And I got to go on the bouncy castles on break sometimes, and that was fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Early Human World Orchestra.
The idea of trying to get into a better school for your kid always seemed like a fertile territory.
The Early Human School.
It's actually considered the Harvard of kindergartens.
Well, I think Harvard's cheaper.
We were thinking about how ridiculous it is to be so competitive about getting 5-year-olds into school. And we were just trying to satirize that a little bit.
I like what I'm seeing from this place. I'm sure it doesn't come cheap.
The subject matter is incredible fodder for really hilarious things to happen, but also an authentic experience, too.
Early humans do need guidance.
Is that your role, Jack, to guide them?
Yes, I would say Jack is sort of an honorary shepherd, kind of a shepherd emeritus, if you will.
The challenge is always how to set up a news story that puts Jack and Greg at odds.
We've added more intense comedic opportunities, bigger stakes, more stress, certainly.
At the beginning, Jack and Greg have gotten to a good place in their relationship.
Jack, if you do the honors, you're the turkey carver now, Greg. Thank you.
The big thing that we came up with in this one was the Godfucker. The idea that Jack is thinking of his successor.
Jack has been sort of obsessed with his genealogy and starts to worry about who's going to oversee the family.
His favorite son-in-law, Dr. Bob, has been busted having an affair with a nurse.
If I go down, Greg, I need to know someone will be responsible for the whole Burns clan. So I ask you, Greg, are you prepared to be the Godfucker?
The Godfucker, quote unquote. Is that it?
Are you laughing?
Yeah, I know. I was making, no.
Because this is no laughing matter, Greg.
Good, because I'm not laughing, okay?
Hello, Jack. Greg. It's a confidence. It's the way you carry yourself that lets the world know that the buck stops with you.
Everything okay, Greg?
Everything's great.
That life's events have sort of conspired to send them back to their natural tension.
We wanted De Niro's character to feel a little more vulnerable.
Jack is losing a bit of control, and he's a control freak. And it was really fun to try to think of vulnerable situations to get him in.
Don't walk away from me, Focker.
We have a scene where, you know, he takes some Sustango and he's stuck with something.
Is everything okay down there?
Everything's fine.
Then he can't, you know, he has to. You seem to have a little,
I know what I have, Greg, and I'm not concerned about that right now. Right now, what I want from you is the truth.
I was really keen on having moments like that, because that's actually not just a scene where he has an erection, but a scene where he's trying to interrogate Greg, as he's done in the past, only now he can't get rid of this completely obvious problem that he has.
There's a lot of physical comedy that Jack takes on in this film.
To have Bob get more involved in the physical stuff was just sort of the way it came together with Bob and Ben's input.
In the first two films, Robert De Niro himself, the actor, always seemed to enjoy helping come up with the most humiliating physical predicaments for Greg to be put in.
Wait. So your name's Gay Focker?
In the first two movies, we torture Ben so much that I think we decided it'd be fun to try to do the same to Mr. De Niro's character.
It sort of takes the expectations of the audience, carry into the film, and flips them upside down a little bit.
I'm gonna move that truck myself. Now, you know what, Jack? I'll do it.
When you say, let's bury Robert De Niro alive, it seems pretty funny.
Oh, it's great. Who doesn't want to see that?
That always made me laugh when I saw it in the script.
There was a lot of thought put into it by all of us.
He's getting buried. You know, he's got a stunt double for certain things, but he's in there.
The great part about it is that Bob is so invested in the character. Whatever helps the film or whatever helps the character, he's 110% for it.
You got enough dirt on my face?
I really think that Bob is enjoying it. He just has this wonderful sort of Cheshire cat smile.
And action!
No! Jack! Dick! I got something! Here he is!
I got you, JB. I got you.
It's not only the idea of burying Robert De Niro, but that it's Ben Stiller's fault, and that Owen Wilson saves the day.
Thank you, Kevin. Oh, thank you.
In this one, everything does come to a head in terms of all these subtle tensions between characters, Jack and Greg and Kevin.
So this is where you rough it when you're not at the homeless shelter? Kind of split time between the two, maybe 60-40 here.
I love the relationship with Kevin and Greg in the first movie. The idea of the ex-boyfriend who's sort of the perfect guy and seems to have it all together. I think that was one of the reasons I was excited about it, was the idea that Kevin coming back into the picture 7, 8 years later, he's still obsessed with her. In fact, it's worse than ever.
Kevin, is that a tattoo on your back?
And this one, it's just completely out in the open.
Is that Pam?
I literally have a tattoo of her on my back.
This is actually a very flattering portrait of you, Pancake.
Working with Owen is always fun for me. I know we've done a lot of movies together.
Owen and Ben have been in so many films together. They just get each other's comedy so quickly.
Doctor.
No, he's not a doctor. Well, not in the Western sense of the word. Not in any sense of the word.
There was a funny moment on set where Owen said to me, "What do you think it is about me and Ben that we're so good on screen together and that we, get along so well?" I was like, "I don't know. Maybe there's something about you being sort of diametric opposites." And he was like, "I don't think so." He was like, "We're both left-handed."
Get out of here, Pac-Man, you nut.
All right, quiet, please, folks.
For me, it's all about just being able to work with these actors.
It's a preposterous sort of cornucopia of talent. I'm drawn to sort of classic filmmaking of the studio era. This felt similar to that. It's such an incredibly unusual situation to have a cast of this caliber.
Everyone was familiar with each other and then also wants it to be funny.
You just feel like you're on this crazy river rafting journey and you gotta roll with it.
Anytime you get a chance to work with Bob, it's just fun.
He is an icon of truly great acting.
Bob was completely interested in using every take to try something.
You learn something new every day. I can try things in this type of movie that I couldn't try in a straight dramatic film.
He's better than ever as this character, and we're really enjoying that.
And also just to see the chemistry that he and Ben have and the way that they crack each other up, I feel really fortunate when I'm on the set.
Ben Stiller is the only person who could have ever played this part
He's the kind of odd man out, and yet he's very handsome.
Thank you.
Ben is a really good representative of that part of ourselves that worries that we're not worthy and then tries too hard and makes it worse.
I think everyone relates to that.
He has a way of reacting and delivering a line that's unique to him.
It's a circus, and we're just your little dancing bears, and you're the psychotic ringleader with your little whip.
It's the Roz Fockers Show.
Barbara Streisand is back.
If you look up the word iconic in the dictionary, it's Barbara Streisand.
She's an absolute legend, and yet she will sit there and joke around with you.
She is very comfortable with who she is, and she brings that aura about her when she comes on the set.
That's beautiful.
Will you get out of here so I can stroke my wife?
Yeah, sure. Dustin's character in this movie and in the last one is Dustin.
Dustin, as an actor, wears his heart on his sleeve, and that completely comes through in this character. And I think this character is very close to what he's like in real life.
He's so much about love and wanting to play and experiment. That's Bernie.
New friends. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Prue.
Greg.
A new presence in the film is Laura Dern, who plays the school mistress.
Laura Dern is an incredible actress, and she's playing the head of the school who has a real sense of herself.
She's sort of hilariously judgmental.
Jay.
Greg.
Change that name tag.
She's hippie and a real liberal thinker, and therefore there's more fun to play with and mock and everything else.
When the audience recognizes that Harvey Keitel is the contractor,
Gregory Focker.
you can hear the audience go,
Yes!
especially when he and De Niro are screaming at each other and it looks like they're gonna get into a fist fight.
You're sandbagging this job. Jack, sandbagging this job.
Chance to see Bob and Harvey together. Little Mean Streets reunion.
Japanese surrendered. What are you talking about?
World War II. Harvey and I have known each other, God, since I was in my mid-20s, and I thought that it would be nice to have him in it.
All set, Paul. The key to my relationship with Harvey was that my mom was an actress in the late 50s named Susan Kohner, and he had a huge crush on my mother. And from the moment he found out that she was my mother, he was incredibly nice to me.
What else is new? Oh, me.
Right, there's also a new character played by Jessica Alba.
Nurse Focker in the house.
Jessica Alba was just really funny and really committed to her role.
Pharmaceutical sales reps, a lot of them are ex-cheerleaders. Olay! She take that to the next level, completely.
She turned it into this Knuckles kind of character, and it was just, it was lovely to see.
She ends up just being a really funny character.
This has been such a fulfilling experience and so much fun. Oh, come on, one more drink. You're the best. I'm just gonna run to the ladies.
Pam, come in.
Paul Weitz directed the film and is a fantastic director.
It was flattering that they were asking me to do it, and also it was something so utterly different from anything I'd done before. That was part of the appeal for me.
They wanted someone who would maintain what Jay has done, and I felt Paul could sort of balance that heart and comedy based on the movies that he had done in the past.
Obviously, everyone knows American Pie. He's got the comedy timing in his bones.
I was lucky in this one to just be able to sit back and watch him do his great magic.
Attention! Attention!
The entire birthday party sequence, which is sort of the climax of the movie, is a really clever, hysterical comedy.
Yeah, very average birthday party. It's the most sort of elaborate Willy Wonka type, just completely overblown with the bouncy castles and
Guys with giant heads. There's like an obstacle course and a giant slide.
There's an alternative healing tent. It's very Kevin. He's a little bit tone deaf to what a 5-year-old might actually want.
Pam.
Greg. As such a fan of these movies, I think the greatest surprise is that we feel like we know these families, and I think we're so rooting for them.
It's just fun to see these two guys evolve in their roles as the stories go forward.
Who is this joker?
It's equally excruciating and hysterically funny.
It's kind of a pinch me moment that I'm even here.
We just bought the house 2 doors down.
Well, if they're moving here, then we're moving here.
No, I thought my wife's father was bad.
Yes.
There are a lot of family dynamics at play here.